Hello my beautiful friend and welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Flav and I'm super excited to have you here. Today we're going to talk about confidence. So how to be a confident person and just radiate and be the best version of yourself you can be. Wow. I generally was always confident and then I had a car accident which destroyed my confidence because physically, mentally, spiritually, everything got stripped from me and I had to really rebuild myself. So I'm confident again now, but for those of you who aren't as confident, it is 100% possible to become confident because I have done it and you can do it too. So let me get to my tips. My first tip is to watch your words and really do positive self-talk. So it's really important to understand your inner monologue and your outer monologue. Most people have an inner voice, they have it more at some moments or whatever. I personally don't have as much of an inner voice saying, I don't know, like a background voice talking or saying things. That's how I've been since I was young. So if you don't have an inner voice, it's okay, don't worry about it. If you do, great, we'll work with it. So it's important first to listen to your thoughts or listen to your words and be aware of what you're saying, and then pick what serves you and change it into something more positive. So some people are like, oh, I'm so stupid. I'm not gonna say it because I don't like putting that out there. No, never say negative things about yourself like that. Like, if you do that, be conscious that you do that and take it back and be like, oh, I just made a mistake. Or, oh, I'm not really understanding this right now, but I'm gonna get used to it. Or change it into something that doesn't insult you. Because imagine if it was your best friend and if they made a mistake and you were to say that to them, like, God, you're so stupid. No, I'm thinking of Mean Girls right now, but you know what I mean. You don't want to treat people like that. You don't want people to treat you like that. So don't treat yourself that way. Treat yourself really well. An example of this is my friend Jerome, who was learning a new dance style at the time. And instead of saying like, I'm not getting it, or my body doesn't get it, or whatever, instead of kind of putting himself down in a way, he said, my body's just getting used to the movement. And the way he just phrased it like that, so simply, I was like, oh yeah, that's great. He didn't put any judgment on anything. He's just like, no, my body's getting used to the movement. Which is true. If you're learning something new and you don't get it at first or whatever it is, we're constantly learning. So just take those lessons and roll with it, you know? Be easier on yourself and give yourself credit for the things that you do. My tip number 2 is positive affirmations in the present tense. So this, you can write an affirmation, you can put it on your mirror, you can print it, you can put it as the wallpaper on your screensaver of your phone, the background of your computer, whatever you want and helps you. So what is an affirmation? An affirmation is something that says, I am. You want to do this in the present tense. So it could be, I am confident. I am amazing. I am kind, beautiful, and confident. I am loving, intelligent, sophisticated person, or whatever you want it to be. Have an affirmation. I am healthy, strong, and confident. I am whatever. Have your affirmation, write it down, put it on your wallpaper, and if you can, say it to yourself and say it out loud and say it with emotion. If you put emotion into it, it will become true. And at first you might not believe these affirmations because you're like, oh, what is this weird exercise that Flavia's telling me to do? But honestly, the more you say it, the more you start to believe it. Your subconscious will pick up what your conscious mind is saying. So that is why, to the first point, it's very important that you are super conscious about your words. Okay? You got this. Tip number 3 is your body language. So just like your emotions can influence your outside appearance, posture, your physical body can change what is inside your mind. And this has been proven. If you put a pencil in your mouth for a long time, and you're smiling, you will feel happier. It's just your body can physically change your inside mind. So you can do this through yoga, through exercise, or even just standing upright, in the superwoman position or superman position with your hands at your sides and your legs firmly planted into the ground. If you do that, even if it's for 2 minutes or whatever, if you're alone in a bathroom before a job interview, if it's first thing in the morning, if it's before something important you have to do, or just as an exercise, make that posture and see how you start to feel a little bit different. So use your body and your body language to your advantage, and you will see that it will start to make a difference and you will start to feel more confident. And for my ladies, sometimes our posture isn't the best because we have these beautiful things in front of us that carry weight down. So make sure you work out your back. You can do exercises that pull your shoulder blades together so that you can strengthen your back and have better posture. 4, surround yourself with positivity, confidence as much as you can. So sometimes we can't always control our environments depending on our situations. If you can't necessarily change the people you're hanging around with, start editing the media you consume and the books, the podcasts, the type of music you consume. Make sure it's more uplifting and makes you feel good. So if you're watching the news all day, for example, that's gonna bring you down more. But if you're raising your vibrations and you're listening to positive podcasts or things around you that help you feel good about yourself and just feel better in general, that will seep in to you and it will help radiate the joy, the happiness, the person that you really are inside, which is a very strong, confident, capable, amazing person with lots of talents. Right now, you might be underestimating yourself, but trust me, you are a beautiful human being. You really, really, really are. So I hope that you take these tips into account and really help improve your life with them. I'm not done, still got more. By the way, make sure you like this video if you like it so far. Leave a comment, subscribe, hit that bell. You know the drill. Tip number 5. So as I was saying that your physical body can help you, so can your physical appearance. So every day, do your best to put a nice outfit on, brush your hair. If you have curly hair, you're not gonna brush your hair because it'll become a hot mess. But do your hair nicely, put on your makeup or wash your face or put on lip balm or whatever it is that makes you feel good and you think makes you look good, do it. Even if you're at home and it's COVID quarantine or whatever it is, do it, because trust me, it will make you feel better. And that in itself is like a small little accomplishment, and you'll start to feel better and it will radiate. So that is a great tip for you. So tip number 6 is forgiveness. So forgiveness comes in 2 different parts. One is forgiving yourself, because there might be times or an incident or whatever, you say, oh, I could have done this differently. Is it my fault? Blah, blah, blah. You did the best you could in that very moment with the tools that you had, and that's okay. Your best in one moment might not be your best in the next moment. We can always improve. We can always grow. Don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself credit for the things you do well, and forgive yourself for the mistakes or things you could do better. It's okay. It's okay. The second thing is to forgive others. This can get a little bit more complicated. When we're forgiving others, it does not mean that whatever has happened is okay. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you are letting it go and doing your best to let it go, acknowledging it happened and letting it go. So with that piece, depending on our circumstance, I do recommend that people get counseling. Talking to a therapist is super helpful. I talked to a therapist after my car accident and it really helped me get over a lot of things. And in general, as human beings, I feel like we always have more to learn. We can always discover things about ourselves, improve. So I do think that therapy is a great thing, and that can help you with the step of forgiveness, which can be very helpful in growing your confidence. Also, once you realize that other people are doing their best with the tools and the moment that they have, it's easier to understand them. That doesn't mean that you have to hang around certain people that did you wrong, whatever. It just helps you understand a little bit their negative effects on you. And if it's hard to understand, that's okay. Just do your best to forgive, move on, see a therapist. You can also write a letter to that person who hurt you, which can be very helpful. You don't send it. You rip it up or you burn it or you put it in the garbage. You don't send it. But writing a letter to them helps get things out of your system. Also, if you feel like you've hurt someone and that's part of the forgiveness for yourself, write a letter to that person and you can decide if you want to send it to them or not. Okay? This can be a helpful tool. Tip number 7 is to compliment people. Genuinely find good things in people that you appreciate and you want to be like. Confident people compliment other people because they are secure with themselves. If you feel kind of a resentment towards someone or bitterness towards something about something in particular, it's because it has something to do with you. Have you ever heard the expression when you point at someone, there's 3 fingers literally pointing back at you? Do you see? Like, it's because whatever bothers you about someone else is actually what bothers you about yourself. That's really important to keep in mind. So it'll help you be gentler with other people and with yourself. That's a side note. But in general, find things that you are genuinely excited about or think are really nice and that you appreciate about other people. So I compliment people all the time. It's just, I say what I think a lot. So I say, oh, I really like your hair, or I love your shirt, or I love how happy and smiley you are, or I love how, whatever it is. I say this to women all the time. I'm like, wow, you're really pretty, or I really like your smile, or I like your earrings, or whatever it is. Try to find things and say it. I know for some people who aren't used to saying things like that, it might be a little bit awkward at first, but it can be helpful. Compliment others and compliment yourself as well. When you pass by the mirror and be like, you look good, girl. You look good. You know, small things like that seem super cheesy, but it works, okay? You can literally build yourself up with all these things. And trust me, like, you have all these neurons in your brain that can create new pathways, and you can create the new pathways to confidence. So I believe in you. You can do it. Write me a comment if you have any questions, if you have any other extra tips, whatever it is, I want to hear from you. And make sure to like this video, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you very soon. Bye.